Hey class, Miss Johnson here again. Going to read chapter 4 today. So where we left off was, this is the last page of chapter 3. This is where Annie's climbing down the rope ladder from the treehouse to go talk to the Pteranodon or go find out more about him, all right? And I left you off with the question of if you would go and talk to the Pteranodon, if you would be too scared or if you would find it super fun and not dangerous. So chapter 4, Henry. All right, let's see if that's a new chapter or a new character, Henry, a new character, or if it's an old character that we're remembering. All right, chapter 4. All right. Jack gasped as Annie held out her hand. Oh, brother, she was always trying to make friends with animals, but this was going too far. Don't get too close to him, Annie, Jack shouted, but Annie touched the Pteranodon's crest. She stroked his chest. She was talking to him, so she was pretty much petting him. What in the world is she saying? Jack took a deep breath. Okay, he would go down there too. It would be good to examine the creature. Take notes like a scientist. Jack started down the rope ladder. When he got to the ground, Jack was only a few feet away from the creature. The creature stared at Jack, and his eyes were bright and alert. He's soft, Jack, said Annie. He feels like Henry. Jack snorted. He's not a dog, Annie. Oh, yeah, remember Henry was their dog from back home? So Henry is not a new character. Henry is a character that we're just remembering from chapter 1. All right. Don't think, Jack. Just do it. Jack stepped forward. He put out his arm. Very cautiously. He brushed his hand down the creature's neck. Interesting. A very thin layer of fuzz covered the Pteranodon's skin. Soft, huh? Said Annie. Jack reached into his backpack and pulled out a pencil and a notebook. He wrote, Fuzzy skin. What are you doing? Asked Annie. Taking notes, said Jack. We're probably the first people in the whole world to ever see a real live Pteranodon. Jack looked at the Pteranodon again. The creature had a bony crest on the top of his head. So they're talking about this part of his body. The crest was longer than Jack's arm. I wonder how smart he is, Jack said. Very smart, said Annie. Don't count on it, said Jack. His brain's probably no bigger than a bean. No, he's very smart. I can feel it, said Annie. I'm going to call him Henry. Jack wrote in his notebook. Small brain? ? Jack looked at the creature again. Maybe he's a mutant, he said. The creature tilted his head, kind of like, what does that mean? Annie laughed. He's no mutant, Jack. Well, what's he gonna do here then? What is this place? Said Jack. Annie leaned close to the Pteranodon. Do you know where we are, Henry? She asked softly. The creature fixed his eyes on Annie, so the Pteranodon looked at Annie. His long jaws were opening and closing like a giant pair of scissors. Are you trying to talk to me, Henry? Asked Annie. Forget it, Annie, Jack wrote in his notebook. Mouth like scissors? ? Did we come to a time long ago, Henry? Asked Annie. Is this a place from long ago? Suddenly she gasped. Jack! He looked up. Annie was pointing toward the hill. On top stood a huge dinosaur. So I wonder what the next dinosaur will be. So what you can do until next Tuesday is with your family, look up different dinosaurs. Maybe write about a dinosaur, maybe write about a Pteranodon, and predict which one we're going to be meeting next. All right, guys, that was chapter 4. I'm so excited to be back with you on Tuesday to read chapter 5. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. and a wonderful weekend. I love you, and I'll see you all back on Tuesday. Bye, guys.